Green Hell's one of the best survival games there is. It's the game that I pick up most when I'm bored. But whenever I start a new game, one of the first items I craft is an axe. So I wanted to know, could I survive Green Hell with only an axe? I set myself a list of challenges including survive 30 days, eat a jaguar or puma, eat a caiman, and then last, eat human meat. Day 1 and I was in the jungle. I started off by gathering some supplies. Broke up a couple boulders with my bare hands. I crafted a knife, but I was only going to use this to harvest animals. I grabbed my first stick and I made my first axe. I used that axe to cut down a tree and used that tree to make more axes. Because this game is so unforgiving, I made myself a set of armor. I gathered some more supplies, and then began to look for a place to call home. And yeah, I was attacked by a puma on day 1. This game is terrible. I found a clearing and made a small shelter. Day 2, I started looking for a better place to stay. I found a crashed plane with a cave that had a nice comfy bed in it. I began to fortify it. Set up a snare trap in hopes of getting some food. I waited patiently. And by the end of the day, I caught my first pig. Day 3 was pretty boring. I set up another snare and started getting piggies. I used the remains to craft some bone armor and my first bone axe. Day 4, I ate a big breakfast, killed some more pigs, and crafted a bunch of bone axes. I decided to go say hi to my neighbors. Patched up my wounds, and started running through the jungle. Ran straight into a local camp. their innards to make some new armor. I got bit by a snake by my old shelter, so I decided to stay there. Day 5, and I immediately get bit by another snake.
Damn it!
But fuck rest, I wanted to build this bridge. Passed out soon after crossing it, but came to and got to a safe island where I rested. I woke up late and decided to build a shelter. And I grabbed some food for breakfast. Okay, look, honestly, I thought if you cooked the poison dart frogs, it'd be fine. But on day 6, I gave myself terrible food poisoning. I downed what charcoal I had, but it didn't help much and I vomited most of the day. Then a caiman decided to visit me. As I stood on top of the shelter waiting for the caiman to leave, I thought this would be the end of my challenge. But then I noticed my fire had gone out. So I ran over and ate all the charcoal I could. And then downed whatever water and whatever food I had. Then headed out to gather more stuff and was immediately attacked by a puma. Was starting to think this place was cursed. This was the worst day so far. One weekend, I ate some food. Made a smoker. Set up a snare trap. Made a few bow traps and was attacked by a puma. Day 8, and I went out to get some breakfast, then tried to take on a caiman. But I noped the fuck out of there. I think I pissed him off though because he followed me home, but this time I stood my ground and chucked axes at his head. Cut him into a purse. Then I had gator for lunch, including my first challenge. I made myself some fancy new armor and then headed to bed. Day 9 was pretty uneventful. Except when I checked my traps and got attacked by a puma. On day 10, I decided to explore. I upgraded my knife, went back to exploring. And this puma was really getting on my nerves. Day 11 and I was sick of this place. I headed out and searched for a new home. I came across an overturned car, grabbed the grappling hook, and a new canteen. Then I found myself a new home. It even came with a good axe. Built myself a shelter and a smoker. Called it a night. On day 12, I built myself some fish traps. I ended up only making 2 because 156 is a lot. And then a Cayman tried to tell me this was his fishing spot. But I disagreed. I started gathering sticks, and then contemplating changing this challenge to seeing how many things I can get bit by. Passed out from my fever, and then finished off one of the fish traps. It was time for bed. Day 13, and I got back to work. Caught my first perch. Finished the second fish trap and built a snare trap. Then I decided it was time to advance my technology with mud. Day 14, I got my hands dirty. Made a furnace, caught a piranha, and made a forge. Melted a can down for its iron. Crafted my first metal axe. Day 15, I just did some chores around the camp. Did make another metal axe. Day 16, I wanted to move. My neighbors threw me a going away party. When the party was over, I headed into the bush and got attacked by a jaguar. Found my new home. Beginning clearing out some bushes in order to build a nice shelter. I cut down so many trees that Greta Thunberg put me on a hit list. And with my shelter done, it was time to complete my second challenge. My neighbors gave me a going away present of some nice human steak. And normally, human meat would make you go insane really fast and cause you to hear voices and hallucinate, but I was prepared for the ride. I ate it and went straight to bed. On day 17, I woke up and had a huge breakfast to help with my sanity. I noticed that I'd maxed out the Axis skill and decided to expand my home. I got attacked by a jaguar too. On day 18, I set up some killer traps in hopes of catching a jaguar. I met up with some old friends. And I finished off the killer traps. Then my neighbors threw me a housewarming party. I used their meat to see if it would lure in the jaguar. I built a smoker. And then I hit the hay. On day 19, I decided to head out and look for the jaguar. But with no luck, I decided to head home. I built a drying rack, and then it was off to bed. On day 20, I made a decision. The traps weren't working, and I wasn't dealing enough damage to the jaguar with my axes. So I decided to take the long trek across the map to the airport.
A rich man's world. I have turned of the beautiful, but the beautiful. A rich man's world.
I finally arrived and found the modern axe in a shed out back. Then I slept there for the night. On day 21, I made the trek back home. I made a mud mixer, and then a storage box, and I got some well-deserved sleep. On day 22, I just did some home improvement. also stayed up way past my bedtime. On day 23, I ate a huge breakfast. And it was back to jaguar hunting. Eventually, I came across one. This is where I learned that the modern axe sucks. It has a terrible hitbox. I gave chase, but was unable to find him. So I took my frustrations out on a pig. On day 24, I woke up extremely early and headed out. I looked for that cat everywhere. Finally, I heard the beast's purrs. With 2 swift blows to the head and a flurry of swings, I managed to take out the cat. In my excitement, I rushed home to cook it. But found that my home was under attack. With my adrenaline pumping, I rushed in. But my overconfidence and worn armor would be my defeat. And I was not able to survive green hell with only axes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Remember to eat your vegetables. This is SL. I'm out.